Hello, everybody. Just closing out of some stuff on my phone here. We're going to start today watching the Fable Direct, which I forgot completely was today. I had mentioned it when they announced it that I would probably watch it on stream. Completely forgot about it, but luckily I saw that it was happening. And so I have a video paused on it already, but I don't know if it'll work that way because it was like a live stream. So if not, I'll find a video to watch of the Fable Direct. And I'm going to watch that because it's one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm super excited to see it. I hope it's going to be good. Obviously, I have no idea if it's going to be good or not. But yeah, I will definitely play that on stream when it comes out. And hope, beyond hope, that it's a fun and good game that lives up to the very high standard of especially the first couple games. Although I thought Fable 4 was actually really good. I thought it was actually quite good. So even the standard of Fable 4 would be good for me. So we will see on that. I'll give it a few minutes just in case some of the regulars want to sift in here and watch it as well. But then in a couple minutes here, we'll watch it. I didn't do the Templar Strikes video last night. I was thinking about yesterday. Could do it today still. I don't know. We'll see if any more information comes out, I guess. It is a little bit of a... It's like big news, but I don't know if it's like worthy of a video or something. We'll see if anything new comes out today. Like any new tuning or new news at all. After we watch Fable Direct, we'll I really would love to go into the raid and test out Ret single target. Probably will play Templar for that. And but I don't know if I'll be able to find a raid at this time of day or not, unfortunately. But if we can, we will. We'll do that. And then I also want to try out the Void Demon Hunter. We might run out of stuff to do on retail this week since they didn't actually release any of the stuff to do. So by the end of the week, we could be back on TBC. My mage is 37. I'm working on a bunch of the mage quests right now on that. And we'll hopefully be 40 soon. I got my mount because you can get it at level 30 on TBC. So hopefully get to level 60. I'm not worried about like pre-gearing or anything like that. But we'll get to level 60 and get him leveled up when actual TBC comes out before midnight comes out. I had a question or a comment last night. I tried to help somebody with it, but it is a good thing to talk about too. So I'm just going to talk about it randomly. They wanted to know because if you put your Crusading Strikes on the cooldown manager on the bars, it basically works as a swing timer for you. And it worked like that way before, but now you can even put it on the bars and it really, really works that way. So if you come here, and you'll see Crusading Strikes right here, right? So it's going to tell me every time that goes down, I'm going to gain a Holy Power, basically. If I have Wind Fury, it's going to give me 2 Holy Power. So every time that goes down, we get a Holy Power. Wind Fury, we get, or Sky Fury, I should say, we get 2 Holy Power. Or when it procs, or whatever, I should say. And so somebody was having trouble putting that on their bar, but it should be pretty simple. So you just go to gameplay enhancements, cooldown manager, enable, advanced cooldown settings, you go to buffs, and then you just got to find Crusading Strikes. It might already be on track bars, but wherever Crusading Strikes is, you just put it here, and that'll show you where it's at. I don't know how Light's Deliverance works. Let's put that on bars and see how that works. Sure. Let's see how that works on there. Does it even go up? No. So it doesn't work on bars at all. It would be cool if this bar filled up. That's some feedback I should give. Just to kind of know when it's going to proc. That would be really cool. So it's at 30, so it'd be like right here. And then you know right when it's about to proc, you're about to get a nice big old hammer of light. I wonder if they could do that or not. Hey. Ooh, let's figure out how to say your name. PDBM I wonder what that stands for. PDBM maybe? Either way, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? We're waiting probably about 5 more minutes and we're gonna watch Fable Direct. I need to turn that off. Oh. All right. PD. All right, I'll call you PD. That's a funny name. Battle. Oh, back in vanilla days. I can't even remember my old guild's names. In BC, I know some of the old guild leaders I was in, but I can't even remember their names. It's kind of sad. And I didn't like record or anything back then, so I have no way to even know. Maybe I was in a guild with my cousin was in some guilds. Maybe he would remember some of them. That's a really funny name, though. We Might Be Drunk. I was in a guild called We Might Be Drunk, I think, once or something like that. I think there's like a podcast called that now. Like a comedy podcast called that. That's funny. Me and my IRL friends ran it for a long time. They've all quit and I took up the name. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. All my IRL friends quit playing a long time ago. That's who I used to mostly raid with. My cousin still plays occasionally, and he's planning on playing season 1 of Midnight, which is gonna be fun. But it used to be like at the height in Wrath. That's when like the most people I knew were playing in real life, and we probably had. Well, it was like a guild where one of my real life friends had made friends with a bunch of people in the town next to us, basically, who all played WoW. And so it was like 10 of them, and then like 6 to 8 of us in my town. And so it was like a whole guild of real life people. It was really fun. Most of them weren't very good, though, unfortunately. And so I think that's really like, I think that's the reason why most people end up quitting. I think is like either the game gets too hard or too time consuming for them, or both. But yeah, it was they were really struggling on. I'll always remember because we had to 2-man it. We had to 2-man the fight on 10-man on what's his name? Which one is it? Heigen, I think. The one where you have to like just dodge the stuff that pops up. Will Dwarf Racial remove Warlock dots? Thank you. It removes curses and magic, so it removes a lot of them. I don't know what all the Warlock dots are classified as, though. But it'll remove like Curse of Agony. If Corruption's magic, it should remove it. It is certainly supposed to. Unless they've ever made it specifically not work in PvP just to help Warlocks and Shadow Priests, it should 100% work. It removes bleeds in PvP, so I don't know why it wouldn't. Alright, just one more minute. We're going to watch Fable here. And then we'll get started playing some World of Warcraft. No problem, Mike. Yeah, it should 100% work. Unless, of course, I haven't PvP'd seriously in a while. So unless they change something, which they could have, it should work. I'm hoping to PvP a little bit at midnight though. All right, let's pull this up now. That's enough time, hopefully, for anybody who wanted to see this to file in. All right, so we're gonna watch this Fable Direct. We'll just make this full screen. I think it should be fine. And yeah, turn it down a little bit.
Spa, a charming little town in the middle of England. As Horizon has grown, so have we. Over the past few years, we've built a new team to carry that reputation into a new genre that we are incredibly passionate about. Fable is Playground's first open-world action RPG, and we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of the legendary Lionhead Studios, the original...
Yo, Fuzzy, what's up, man?
And although our game is a new beginning, I think what we're making is really faithful to the spirit of the classic Lionhead trilogy that we all love. At the heart of our game is a simple, recurring question. What does it mean to you
to be a hero?
Our game is about choices and their consequences.
Okay, that's good.
It's packed with action, drama, British humor, moral dilemmas.
I love the British humor.
All of this combines in a fairy tale which could only be Fable.
I hope so.
In classic Fable fashion, you begin the game as a child, growing up in the sleepy rural village of Briar Hill. It's here that in a moment of extreme danger, your heroic powers first emerge, and we discover that you are Albion's first hero in a generation. But not long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger. Suddenly alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
Venturing out into the world is a huge moment, because this is Albion like you've never seen it before. Idyllic rolling hills, magical forests, bustling villages.
I like the village look.
Hamlets,
that looks nice.
Oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas. And because our Albion is truly open world,
but do you have stone doors?
You'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
We can't wait to welcome you back to Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone.
Oh, that looks sick.
Castle, the old clock tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city.
That looks sick.
Rich and poor, nobles and commoners, royalty and criminals. You'll spend plenty of time here during the game as you discover the secrets of the Heroes Guild.
Wow, if that's all accessible too, that'd be crazy. I doubt it's all accessible, but that would be insane if it was.
You'll find mountains, craggy coastlines, spooky marshes.
So something I liked about Fable 4 actually is that you could actually buy a house and like do stuff with it. And so I hope that they have that in this game. I don't know that they will, but I really actually like that. You could like have a house and like upgrade it and stuff. It was like really kind of ahead of its time, even though Fable 4 wasn't that beloved. I really liked that.
In the bleak, windswept city of Bloodstone. Here you'll meet the leaders of two rival gangs, vying for power.
What's up, MDS? We're just watching a little Fable Direct before we get started today. Cult
of Shadows. Our Albion is beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
In Albion, heroes are special, different.
Oh no, we got an ad. I really should get YouTube Freeview. I'm gonna be streaming.
Those rare humans who can harness and use magic in the world around them. They have the power to do what they want.
And so do you. In our game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that starts with being able to choose how your hero character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads and customize your clothing.
Ooh.
Skin tone, tattoos, and scars.
So wait, you can.
You play represents you.
Awesome. I'm glad they listened to this. So I am not somebody who's like this. Oh, I don't want to play a girl character, or the girls have to be beautiful or whatever. I'm not one of those people. I don't care. I'm married. I'm kids. I mean, I could care less about that stuff. But what I did want to be able to play Fable as a guy, just because, for my own stupid reason, right? Like, I just like to imagine when I'm playing the game that like I'm in the world, and it's really hard to do that if I'm playing a girl character. And so for me, for fantasy reasons, I'm really glad they made it so you could play as a guy.
As well as your appearance, you can be the hero you want to be.
I'm really happy they chose that.
Skills and abilities you learn, and through the weapons you use.
Thank goodness.
Trilogy. Heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and
Yo, what's up, Mario? We're just watching a little Fable before we get started here.
ranged weapons with magical abilities.
Oh!
Style weaving combat.
Punt the chicken! Oh, we turned into an enemy.
Allowing you
Or
to
human.
develop your personal playstyle against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike.
I want to see what the magic is. There we go. Nice little magic blast.
Quarters combat. You'll use light and heavy combos, often knocking enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers. Swap to your ranged weapon to bypass enemy guard and deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of
Ooh, that's
course,
cool.
You'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
There we go. That's what I like to do.
To be bringing back some fan favorite adversaries for you to fight.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. And honestly, I'm not too worried about the Fable combat, because the reality is Fable combat is supposed to be kind of easy. Just not like it's not supposed to be like Dark Souls or something like that. So it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, the combat looks good. Like, it looks better than even I thought it would. And to me, at least, and I know not to everybody, but to me, it does not have to be world class. If it's like a B, it's still good enough for me, because Fable combat is not supposed to be super difficult. It's just not the point of the game. Oh, that was cool. That was sick.
As our battle rings, follow folk and trolls.
Oh, took out his leg. I like that too.
New enemies too. Like
Ooh, a rooster.
Patrice, a giant fire-breathing chicken.
Oh, it's a,
Each enemy family
looks like a rooster, but I guess it's a
has
chicken.
weaknesses to exploit and defenses to overcome. But with all the unique tools in your combat toolbox, how you defeat your enemies is up to you.
Spell. There you go.
But there's more to being a hero in Albion than fighting. So much more.
Yeah, hopefully.
When we talk to people about their favorite memories of the original games,
Mm-hmm.
so many of their stories were about the stuff you can do when you weren't just being
Yes,
a hero.
exactly.
All everyday stuff. which
That's-
happened when you interacted with
That's
them.
what Fable's really about.
For me, what I remember most vividly are the inhabitants of Albion,
Mm-hmm.
and the things you can do with them, or to them.
The
Yeah.
crazy thing about the classic Fable games was that in the middle of a sprawling RPG was almost a complete other game.
Yes.
You could just mess around with the villagers and townsfolk.
And we built that same experience in the middle of our game too.
Okay.
Buying a house,
Okay, we can buy the house.
making some money.
Money. Okay.
Romancing a villager.
Romancing. Okay, that was Fable. That was in there too.
Perfect. You can get to know me better.
That's so funny.
Buying every house in Albion.
Buying every house. Yep. I remember doing that in
Every business.
Fable 4.
Getting rich.
Marrying a bunch more people, having a bunch more kids, probably getting divorced along the way for good measure.
And this game within a game is unique to Fable. It's
That's
so
cool.
interconnected, and you see the ripple effects of the things you do everywhere you go. And all of this
Like, that's the number one thing. That's why I love World of Warcraft, right? It's like an interactive world. It's not interactive in the same way. Like, yes, now we can build a house in World of Warcraft. But because you were playing with other players in World of Warcraft, it was inherently interactive. So even though I don't RP personally, you always had the option to RP in WoW. You always had the option to pretend like this house was yours or whatever, even before you could have your own house. Like, there's a realness or an aliveness to the world, right? And that's what I love about WoW, but that's also what I love about Fable. And so this makes me very happy to see this. I can already tell you, just from this far, that I will love this game.
revolves around the people who live in Albion, who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one.
1,000.
Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality. You could follow any one of them for a day and just watch them live their life.
They'll get up, go to work, spend some leisure time on hobbies, then go home to bed.
But what's even cooler is that you can talk to every single one of them in fully voiced conversations and interact with them in loads of different ways. Maybe the job they go to is working for you because you hired them.
I'm hoping the release is going to be in this PD.
Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
It's supposed to be this year.
The bed they sleep in is in a house you own because you're the landlord.
Or maybe their bed is on the street because you evicted them.
Right?
Oh, it's you. You're awful.
I hope they say even worse things than that.
You're a legend. Because everything you do builds your reputation.
Very impressive.
This is good.
Now that's an hero right there.
Morality has always been super important to Fable. That tension between good and evil underpinned all of the original games. And morality is central to our game too. But we have a slightly different take on it.
Chicken chaser.
For us, morality isn't
Chases chickens.
There are lots of grey areas. And importantly, morality is subjective. No two people see things exactly the same way.
Fancy toys for fancier children.
Our game too.
Everything you do earns you a reputation. And every person in Albion will have a different reaction to you as a result.
Hello there.
Yeah, we get it. You're rich.
They'll remember things you did directly to them, they'll love you or hate you for the choices you make, and they will always tell you why. Although, usually from a safe distance.
Our game will never judge you, but the people of Albion will.
Good. We want that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. I'm about to just full send the YouTube premium right now.
Going to make a lot of them. Big choices, little choices, moral choices, and some choices that will actually change the landscape of Albion for the rest of your game. We call this idea, Your Choices Change the World. Let's give you an example.
Early in the game, you'll meet a character named Dave, an egotistical
Oh.
rural village who discovers a magical growth formula. He accidentally turns himself into a giant and becomes a...
That's from the first trailer.
It's your job to deal with him, and ultimately it will be your choice whether to kill him or to spare him. If you kill him, his giant corpse will lie on the farmland outside of town for the rest of the game.
His giant corpse.
That is going to affect house prices. It will also affect what a lot of the villagers think about you.
Especially Dave's sister.
In Fable, the choices you make will define you. What does being a hero mean to you?
At Playground Games, we've built a pedigree for beautiful, immersive, open-world experiences. Yes, they've typically involved sports cars, but this is a passion project for all of us here. Every member of this team, which we've built from scratch, has two key things in common. A deep love for the franchise and a burning desire to bring it back.
I hope that's true. If these are like, all these devs are like former Fable players who played the Fables and loved them, then the game's going to be great. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? If all of these people think of the game the same way I do, then it's going to be great, because it'd be like if I knew how to code and I was, helping make the game.
Fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never played the series before. It's been great to finally tell you a little about the game we're making. There'll be much more to share as we get closer to our launch.
When is it?
To tell you today
When
that
is it?
Fable is coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in autumn 2026.
All right, fall this year.
It's here. Thanks for watching.
So we got like 7 months, probably 8 months. I don't know if they talk any more about Fable after this. I don't think so. I think they go to another game. Let's see.
Guys, the developer direct, we just saw. I kind of expected the world to be amazing.
Okay, so this is Fable.
What Playground can do with a big world in Forza, but it always came down to.
Are these just gonna be opinions though? Yeah. Alright. That's probably all we need to watch for that. But that looked absolutely sick, man. I am 1000% getting this game. And I will be playing it on stream, but I'll probably play it off stream too. And just play the crap out of it. So I am more than excited for that. That hit every single thing I wanted it to hit. The housing, the reputation being a big part of it. Like, the combat looked sick, but, you know, that's not even the most important part to me. Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. So, if you've never played Fable before, I highly suggest trying it out. Even if you can get, like, Fable 1, and try Fable 1 out. You could, see if you like it. But, yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, it gives you plenty of time to play the older ones, PD. So, play Fable 1, you'll probably like it. Fable 1, it's hard not to like the actual game of it. And then, I liked Fable 1, 2, and 4. I didn't like 3. 3, they really tried to, like... 3's a lot more modern feeling, in my opinion. Like, too modern feeling. Like, they really tried to double down on, like, almost make it like an online world. Which I don't think it should be. Like, that's not what Fable is. Like, I think you could make a game like Fable that's an online world, and it'd be kind of like World of Warcraft. But, yeah, I like it when it's like a single player RPG. So Fable 1, 2, and 4 are by far my favorite. Probably 1, 4, 2 in that order for me. But this one looks really, really, really cool. And I'm super excited to play it. I'm going to be looking forward to this all year now for this to come out. So, I mean, I could sit and talk about it for forever. If you guys have any questions about it, you can keep asking them. But we will try to find a group here for Mana Forge. Let's see. I doubt there's any mythic runs going at this time. Mount Run. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they'll invite me. A Mount Run? A Mythic Dimensius? I mean, how cool would that be? I mean, I vaguely know the mechanics. But I guess it's really easy. It only takes like 4 minutes now. 13 times. 13 times CE. Play. Let's see if I can get in this. Imagine I get the Dimensius mount. I'm actually just testing builds is all I want to do. I want to try out the single target, see what it stacks up to. I've had some people ask questions if their damage is good enough, and I only can really talk about the damage on the beta. Because on PTR there's like no one to do stuff with. So on the beta there's plenty of people to do stuff with usually. And so I don't really know what damage they should be at. So I can only give like a roundabout number. But if I go into the raid and see what the damage is at, then I'll have a better answer for people. Come on, just invite me. I have really high gear. You're letting people in with 160 and I'm 168. Come on. Invite me. This would be... It would be ideal to do Mythic Dimensius. That would be ideal. Mythic Dimensius, we have a slow fill up here. Do they have like a minimum minor level? C, alt lead, DM experience. 13 times C. 13 times C player. We could try to join this. It's a slow fill, though. I don't know how slow of a fill it's going to be. This one seemed like more ready to go right now. I'm going to cancel that one. Thank you, PD. Good luck at your meeting. My guildies were talking about their DPS being X, and I checked and was like, I don't know if you're busted or I'm broken. Yeah, Rhett's DPS should be low for this build based on the beta damage, but I don't know exactly what it should be, you know, with this gear. Like, I know what it would be in the beta gear, but I don't know what it should be like in this gear. So I was trying to give like some roundabout numbers, but I don't really know. So we did the Mythic Plus yesterday, so I kind of know what to do, what you should be doing in Mythic Plus. But now I'd like to know what we should be doing in Raid. I don't think this group's going to invite me, unfortunately. We'll give it the last 2 minutes to see if they invite. Yeah, rotationally, it's very similar. It's almost exactly. You just press your Hammer of Wrath now. Essentially, Hammer of Wrath is super important now, and you press that as your main builder. Other than that, rotationally is basically exactly the same. We don't have that hard of a rotation, so. I think I don't agree with Bolas's opener that he has on his Wowhead guide, which also means that that's the opener in the SimC as well. I just don't agree with it. I tested his out, and like best case, like high RNG, like does the same as like a traditional opener, but like worst case, it's like worse. So I don't know. I could be just something could be off. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe something's just wrong with SimC, right? They have a thing saying their stuff's wrong. So like he wants you to basically use your wings. What did he want to? I'd have to look it up again. But like he doesn't want to put your divine toll into your execution sense, which I think is a huge mistake, especially because we have this right here, divine exaction. Divine toll hits 2 additional times at 150% effectiveness. So you're getting like 3 automatic judgments right into it that are powered up. And so like the execution sense damage is significantly worse if you don't put the divine toll into it. But you might get 1 extra verdict into it or something, but it just doesn't, the math isn't mathing to me. So we'll see. I could be wrong on this. This is the one thing where I'm wrong at sometimes. I'm not usually wrong at it because I normally just don't go against whatever the SimC says, or the raid bot says. But I'm pretty confident that if it's better, it ain't much better. And it might be because like maybe it's like assuming you have, oh, they just need a healer. I'll try to queue the DPS. Maybe they're just assuming that you have oh my gosh, we're in a Mythic Dimensius run, guys. They're assuming you have Wind Fury or something. Oh man, I'm completely trolling though. I don't even have full okay, I might have to hop on their Discord. I also might get kicked because I don't know what I'm doing. me try this Discord again. I'm trying, dude. It's not QETPE8. Let's try to type it out again. https://discord. .gg/ capital M2 Q capital E T P E 8. I just keep pressing it. Yeah, it's not working. Wings, toll, yes. Yeah, see, but he's not putting toll into the execution sentence, which I kind of disagree with. Okay, well. I don't know what side I'm supposed to be on. Call me ready. Looks like I'm supposed to be over here, maybe. Alright, we're just gonna do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Fuzzy. Oh my gosh, I don't have any buffs on or anything. Oh, I hope the boss alerts are at least on. Well, we're nuking this thing. Wait, am I top damage? That's probably not a good thing. Imagine if we had, like, really good players, it'd probably already be dead by now. Oh, I just dropped that in a terrible spot. Sorry, guys. Get those guys down. I mean, this is going a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, that thing hits a lot farther than it does on Heroic. Alright, let's see it. I just don't want to mess up here. Do I not even have my boss alerts on? I haven't even been paying attention. I'm like, oh, take flight. I'm locked in here. This is mythic, yeah. Imagine if everyone... Look, I'm third in damage, guys. Oh, I'm on my side. I wonder if that's counting both sides, though. Maybe I'm third on my side. And I'm not even... Like, I'm just completely screwing up. I'm not even buffed. I don't even have mana oil on. So, hopefully this thing just dies instantly. Probably will. Oh, yeah, it's dying quick. I don't know what to do with this. We just bubble it. Simple. Oh, everyone's dead. Okay, well. I had no idea what to do there. Do I still have my Light's Deliverance on? I didn't mean to have that on. Well, the good news is I did enough damage that they probably won't kick me. If we tank it there, there's no space for melee anywhere, even if the lines are tighter. Okay, so you gotta make those lines tight. Fair enough. Let me get some actual buffs going here. Let me see if did I leave the Light's Deliverance on? Boss warnings are on. Okay, good. Advanced cooldown manager buffs. Oh yeah. Wait, I thought I took it off. I should have Light's Deliverance off. I don't know if it's still on or whatever. Oliver. Okay, so that was kind of sick. Oh, not bad for just my first pull ever. This is my first mythic pull of the tier, guys. Not bad. Oh shoot. Just drop her into the frying pan here. Phase 1 looks like it's gonna be really easy. Doesn't look like I really need to do anything. I don't know why I'm like almost getting knocked off the edge. It didn't look like everyone else was getting knocked off the edge, so I don't know what that was all about, but I wish I could get in Discord with them, but their Discord link isn't working. Yeah, I mean, if we get to phase 3, I'm assuming it's going to die, right? Because first of all, we just destroyed phase 1. If we just kill these ads faster, we'll destroy phase 2. And then phase 3, we have the heroism, the lust, and the burn. So it'll probably just die. Maybe we get the mount. I mean, if I get the mount, I'm going to have my son come in here. He wants the mount really bad. It's not on... Yeah, it's individual personal loop. So for mounts... I'm not sure. We'll have to see if they popped Lust or not. I don't think it was. They should save it for phase 3, although this is probably the hardest phase. Lines towards Dimmy, okay. So if I get lines, I need to put them towards Dementius, I guess. Okay. I vaguely remember what to do, so. It looks like no bloodlust, so. Oh no. I just got punted off the edge, guys. I'm such an idiot. Oh. I forgot the thing was like right after that. That's what I get for not paying attention. Current. I think they probably just called a wipe. Back ad, right side, range target the ad, yeah. I think I'm not going to worry about my damage. I'm just going to put all my stuff into Dementius here at the start. These ads are dying instantly. This is, if you're trying to parse, you're definitely going to pad on these ads here at the start, but they're dying almost instantly, so I'm just going to go straight to the boss. Let me grab a health stone as well. But it seems super killable though. That was like 50% and it was like a terrible pull. I'm putting everything into Demencius this pull. I'm not gonna worry about padding these ads or anything. Let the same people get the stuff that normally do. Get in the middle here. Stay in the Spirit Link. This time we're not going to go running off to the side haphazardly. We're going to stay really close to this dang thing. I just get punted so dang far. Let's make sure this ad dies. Okay, now we got to go in here and soak. Oh. Hopefully somebody gets me down. It's not looking good. Well, they're transitioning at least. Alright, maybe we just get carried. Begins an eclipse. Yeah, someone has to save you. I think I'm supposed to go closer to the other guy, though, on Mythic. I'm just not exactly sure how to do it, because I've never done it before. I think I'm supposed to go to the other guy. Or, like, we're supposed to go together, essentially. Like, or one in front of each other, or whatever. So it's probably my own dang fault. Let's see if they can get through this time. Point those towards Dimmy. Spread them out. Okay. Go over here. Run, 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 run. We lost 2 there. Looks like they got him down. But they still have to do that. So we have to kill that thing.
You've done well so far. Surprising. We're not done yet. And try to stay alive.
I hope I don't get it this time so I can see how the other people do it. You have to kill it super early, yeah. I think you're right. If you kill it super, super early, he won't do that wind. But we definitely need everyone alive, including me. Big cred. I honestly wish I could get in Discord with them. I told them the Discord link wasn't working, and then just like, all right, let's just keep going. I'm more than willing to get in. Should I put Sackroot on too? I mean, maybe we put Sackbrood on, then I don't have to worry about using my trinket either. We'll just run Sackbrood. All right, let's do it. Phase 1's super easy though, so this is the hardest phase. I can't imagine we don't kill it, unless I keep messing up. But I need to pay attention to how these other people do that mechanic. Okay, let's see how they do it. Okay, so they tried to put it one in front of the other. Yep, that's just all you have to do. There's one in front of the other. So we'll figure that out. Alright, we need to get this set up. Should be good. I'm gonna hold my cooldowns here so we have a chance to kill the ad faster. I'm doing terrible damage, but oh well. I didn't pat on the ads at all, so. And we'll just pop everything on this ad. Okay, we have space at least. But everyone's dying. At least I lived. It looks like we're wiping it. So, like, we killed the thing. I just don't understand why people died there, I guess. Not sure what caused all the deaths. Just people not getting over, maybe? We do have less defensives now, but... I think the wind is pretty heavy on raid damage, so maybe people weren't healthy going in. Yeah, probably. Okay, we got a big prop alley. Does I have a weapon on? What add-on? I don't have very many add-ons on. Add-ons. TSM? This one's bad apparently. Just turn everything like this off. Wait, who's this guy? He's using the right talents. I guess he's a little bit more cleave build. I don't think it's worth taking cleave though because the ads die instantly and then and then in phase 2 we don't have to do very many parts of those killing the crosses or whatever. Oh no, they're gonna call it. They must have been doing this for a while. They might have been wiping for a while. I just happened to come in and we like one shot the first phase, I guess. I'm saved to this lockout now, so I definitely can't do Mythic unless we do this. We probably just queue for Heroic or something. Oh, that's very disappointing. I should whisper my guild up like I have a Mythic lockout to Demencius. If any of you guys want to kill it. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna call it. Oh well. Darn. Yeah, that would have been so epic to come in and kill it. But apparently they've been wiping for a while, based on what they're saying in the chat. So I thought I was like joining like in like we just one shot the first phase, but they might have been wiping on the first phase for a while. And just got to the second phase or something. Yeah, I agree, Fuzzy. Yeah, because now I'm locked in there. Mana Forge Omega. We can still try Heroic just to see what the DPS looks like. Oh. Mana Forge, Omega, Heroic. Oh, they're just looking for a tank in their group. No, they're inviting random people. I'm also trolling because I don't have the full rep either. With the Mana Forge Vandals, so I'm missing, what, 6% damage? Or is it only 3? Is that the last one? I think it goes up to 15. Yeah. So I'm actually missing 6% damage as well from not playing the raid. Well, if Dementius was dying that fast on Mythic, I can only imagine how fast he's going to die on Heroic. Oh, we're on Dementius. Sweet. People love stacking up Heroic, but it's actually easier if you don't stack it up. And you want to have as few carries as possible, which this group unfortunately looks like it has a lot. Yikes. 100k health. That's crazy. Need tank. I could probably tank it, but that would defeat the purpose of me being here. Because I've tanked it. Not that they're the same thing, but I've tanked it on LFR enough to know, in general, what to do. But it would defeat the purpose of being here to see how Rhett is doing. Come on. We need a tanker. Might end up tanking this next season. One of our tanks is going back to DPS. Uh-oh. I mean, Prop Alley is really sick right now as far as damage. If you're going to tank on Paladin. Okay. Well, this seems to be a bad group to join when the tanks are just leaving. Is anyone else here? Did you see why that warrior was doing? I didn't see why, Mario, but I saw other warriors were doing it too. What was it? Or is there like an article or anything? Or all right, we're all leaving this raid group too. Okay, fine. I know it was Thunder's Blast that was like doing all the damage, but I don't know why or anything. I seen something about somebody was not scaling correctly. You have to add a little squish. Okay. I'll look up Icy Veins. Oh yeah, Rhett's really low on damage. Very, very low. If everyone's playing their best possible spec, then Rhett is the lowest damage. Doesn't surprise me. Let's Prepatch. I'm not finding it. Oh. I think I just found it. Time walking vendor. Warlords of Journey is active at the moment. It seems their items somehow avoided getting squished or made it war within numbers. A cool 500 or so item levels above maximum. It was quickly removed, but before some enterprising users get their hands on them, destroy pretty much any boss ever. So it's Warlords time walking items. Well, dang. I mean, I could maybe just do this. That would finish up my route. So if you went to the Warlords time walking vendor, the items would be at the War Within level, like the super high level. It's crazy. Based on the damage I was looking at, though, so I was looking through the Icy Veins articles and I found one showing the damage breakdown in Prepatch, and I already kind of mentioned it, but Rat, if you take like, so there's 2 Warlock specs that are really bad, but one of the Warlock specs is really good, for example, right? So if you take every class's best spec for DPS, Rat Paladin is last. So everyone has at least one spec that they can play to do more damage than Rat, and some have more than one spec to do more damage than Rat. So the answer to anybody, if you're noticing you are at the bottom of the damage meters, that is exactly where you should be. Unfortunately. Yeah, you better bow. Just kidding, Jabez. Oh, he has more gear than I do. The heck? This guy's fully geared. Dang, bro. I should be bowing before you. Yeah, if you're at the top, it means your group isn't doing very well. That's correct. Which means when the first couple polls when I was patting on Dementius, they no one else was doing a very good job. Hey Javan. Hey. We have a viewer in the raid. Jabas here. W's for Jabas. He's a full-on gamer too. Just full geared. Crafted that. Crafted. So everything he didn't have, he crafted. Probably smart, right? I could get 10 item levels on my ring if I did that. I'm the only one summoning people, apparently. Who's he summoning? Oh. Alright, everybody's summoned. I'm about to get beaten damaged by a watcher here. Probably. Let's go, guys. This tank is literally in green gear. Don't know how this is going to work out, but we'll find out. Holy crap. Looks like he boosted. We got a booster. Or maybe that's just the catch-up gear. Maybe it's the catch-up gear. Let's give him some benefit of the doubt. Hopefully this will get my wrap up all the way. Wait, why can I not? Okay, there we go. Hey, I did actually beat the guy. Still got it. Transmog, greed. With 6% less damage probably too. Got 4th. Death Knight's completely broken if you haven't noticed. If you look at the damage breakdown, you'll see that. So in this build, Death Knight has a bug. I believe it's their... It's something with their pet doing like 1,000,000 damage. From what I remember. Current segment. I gotta look good in front of someone who watches my videos. $500 rep for that. I like that. What's our the Vandals? Can I show this as like an experience bar maybe? Yeah. Maniforge Vandals. Well, at least if I try to do Mythic Dimensius like next week, I can have my full damage at least. What am I supposed to do? I'm so confused. Good job, guys. Make an impenetrable wall that nobody can walk through. The trash in this raid was really annoying. It reminded me of like what was it? Sanctum of Domination trash. Definitely was not my favorite trash. I'm just gonna play full single target every boss too. Don't really care about AoE stuff because we've already done Mythic Plus for that. Yeah, the raid itself seems cool. I just didn't really like the trash. There was too much and it was too annoying. Especially after Undermine, which Undermine had like Undermine was like awesome. Like it was just awesome. Like you could skip a lot of it. You could use your cool car. It's definitely a different outlook from Undermine. Okay, let's kill Lumi here. Illuminate. We got Judgy somewhere. Oh, we got another Paladin. Is he also a viewer? I'm telling you, if every rep Paladin who watched my channel just subscribed, then I would have contacts with Blizzard and I would make sure Reddit is good every single patch. But unfortunately, people do not like to click subscribe. They're already subscribed to 200 channels over the past 20 years. Warlock. Max. Keck W. Oh, someone the Paladin. Yeah, subscribe, please. Please, I beg you. In the middle of every rec guide, I should just spend 5 minutes begging. Please subscribe. It would literally just, it would, if ever, like I said, if just the rep people subscribed. No, not like the general WoW videos that even do well. If just the rep people subscribed, we would have probably like 20 to 50,000 subscribers. This guy's not just AFK. Alright, let's do this again. I think we do Bloodlust at halfway on this one. Nope, we do it now. We just do it now. No one's gonna have any cooldowns for this phase 2. I'll soak second. Got this. If you could pull them out, that'd be great. There you go. Alright, there we go. Some silk or something. Ooh, we're popping off. Astral Antenna, Heroic, I don't know. We'll just roll need on that, just to roll need on something. We roll a 7. I'm 100% with you with the toll in the ES window. It feels better to me. It does more MMO. Yeah, I test it out. I always trust Bolas, and here's the thing. I wonder if it's better in the beta, like his rotation. It could be something like that, but I don't think it's better for the pre-patch. Yeah, I would have. I can always buy that with my dinars if I wanted to on Heroic, but I don't do the raid, so I just kept using Mythic Plus trinkets. I really like the improvised Peacemaker with the Cursed Stone Idol combo for Mythic Plus. So good. So I never even worried about anything else. I actually got them pretty early in the tier. I got most of my gear pretty early, so since I only needed raid gear, and I even got the Heroic boots really early, like in the first few weeks. And I was never gonna get the Mythic boots while it was relevant, so. Ooh, I got rep up, so I think I can get more damage done if I go outside or whatever. Alright. Behind enemy lines. Does it automatically do it for me? Do I get more damage now? What's it look like? Tuned. No, you must have to talk to the guy outside first. You got the Mythic ones though, right, Fuzzy? Or I can't remember. Did you not raid Mythic? I can't even remember if you raided Mythic yet. If you raided Mythic this tier or not. I would love to get the mythic ones. Yeah, same here with me. I couldn't remember if you did or not. Yeah, I got really lucky. I did a pug. We managed to actually get down the demon hunters on heroic with like this crappy pug, and I won the boots, and I pieced out. The group was really bad. I was like, all right, GG's. So this boss, you would normally go like an AoE spec line, but I'm just going to stay single target. Yeah, it was rough. I mean, pugging early was really rough in here, I thought. Maybe it always is, though. I wouldn't know. Yeah, you're probably right. I was going to do that anyways, but you're right. They probably won't even take orbs out and Zerg boss, do not open ads. I agree with that. Just kill them. Looks like that's like even going to be our strategy, is to try to full single target him down. I wouldn't mind that. Lock closet again, because we keep having people not be here. I don't know why this guy's in the group. He has no gear, and he has not zoned into the raid. He's just been AFK in Dornigal this entire time. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Slash pull now. What do we got? Soulbinder's Embrace. Don't care about that. Transmog. Great. Alright, my 6% less damage caught up with me on that one. Good job, Jabas. You beat me because you watched my channel, clearly. The Lemix mentality's got people lazy. Yeah, probably. It's probably a pretty good call there.
In the next chamber, Araz uses his machine to feed arcane energy into the dark heart. Kill the mana forger before he wakes Demensius. I've brought down the security system blocking the way.
Haha. Yeah, Harold is a bit behind. I am down 6%. I'm talking to Jabas. I don't have the full wrap here, so don't get too confident. Just kidding. Jabas was trying out Harold. So clearly we can see that Harold is worse than right now. Well, they all died. Watcher Gaz Crest Lane. I told this Jabas guy, anytime he beats me in damage, I'll just say that I taught him well. Oh, he said you made me a better pally. Guys, tugging at my heartstrings. Making an impact in the community. Is it safe to go? I feel like I should wait. No, it was not safe to go. Other than Wowhead, Icy Veins, etc., you're the only reliable video format for it. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's what I was looking for, right? And that's why I always say I started my channel, because I was looking for a video. I couldn't find a video. What's going on? Alright, I think we can go now. Alright. We're having tacos for dinner, so I can't wait to eat those after stream. I'm just gonna completely not care about my rotation, I guess. Is Exaction not working properly? I'm not getting the holy power from it. Hold out. He got me by 750 DPS that time. But yeah. He does have higher idol level than me. And 6% more damage. Okay, for Soul Hunters, I'll go AoE. I'm actually going to go Herald. I just want to try it out. I don't think it's necessarily better, but I'm going to try it. They should have put special voice lines in if you were a Void Demon Hunter or Devourer or whatever, and you fight these. That'd be cool. Okay. The tank with no gear went offline. This guy's pretty geared, I think. You could probably solo tank it. Never mind, he's back. Oh, it's like his friend or something. That's why he has such. That's cool though. So this guy might be brand new or returning, and his friends got him in here. I like that. Let's go, guys. Okay, guys, let's just go. All right. Let's go. I can't. The Death Knights are gonna do so much damage on this. It's gonna be crazy. And we have 4 of them. 4 DPS Death Knights. As long as they're all unholy, 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 unholy. Heck, I might play on my Death Knight a little bit and go unholy just to play with like being in a complete overpowered thing. That could be fun. Before they nerf it. Guys, can we please just pull? Oh, he probably wants to turn in his turbo boost thing. But yeah, they just wasted everybody's time. He's already back though. Good job, Judgy. If you're gonna do something like that, you gotta get back fast, and you did. I'm keeping my ARG car on too. Forget about it. That was really easy. Greed, transmog, transmog, transmog. Ooh. Cool looking shield. What's my shield? I only have a champion shield. I'm gonna roll neat on it. Sebastian beat me by 2K, and I was playing Herald there. Herald's not bad for AoE, it's just a little weaker in single target, I think. Let's go back to single Templar. Oh yeah, plus the 6%, yeah. Obviously that would make a big deal as well. 6%, 30. Yeah, it's literally about 2K, so it would be, it's not quite 2K, but that almost makes the difference on its own. So yeah, that'd be about even then. Soul Hunters is a little different though, because like just getting up your dots on different targets and stuff, like when they're all running around like crazy, it's one of those things where if it's like if the tanks are doing it perfectly, Templar is probably better, but if it's not, then Herald might be better. That was kind of my thought. And obviously the tanks aren't going to be doing it perfectly in here. Ooh, I won that shield. Nice. New shield. Nice hero shield there. What's that debuff? Oh, we got another rep paladin. Goo Goo Pala. Big ol' Goo Goo Pala. Summon this guy, I guess. Blue tank spot. Purple safe spot. No stand bad spot, stand good spot. Let's open here, it'll be better for my night. Just wait for the next build. It will be much better and more fun as well. Hey, EU servers are up. So what were they down for? Just like regular maintenance, or was there something going on in EU? Alright, let's go. That is odd. I saw that there's like a random maintenance thing for NA as well, but it was like a really short one. Oh, what the heck? Okay, we're just gonna keep pulling the boss. Maybe there's like an achievement to do this or something. Agreed. Got me by 2.5K there. That one is actually within, because it's a little bit higher number. That one's within the 6% too. So it's kind of crazy. I have threat. You should do a Mythic Pug. Tron, I was actually in a Mythic Dimensius earlier. But I didn't know I joined a group that had already been wiping for a while and they gave up. So our very first pull, we almost got to phase 3. But we only did a couple pulls after that. And the group gave up. I do have a Mythic Dimensius lockout now, though. I totally tried to do that, Tron. I thought we were for sure going to get it because I joined the group. We immediately get to phase 2. I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to go down. But they had been wiping for a while, unfortunately. So they gave up. I do have that lockout, though. Maybe I can try to use it. Yeah, maybe I can try to even put together a run or something. I don't know. Like only invite max geared players and just face roll it. I don't know. You're right. It'll show in here if someone takes it, right? Like it'll say defeated. I wonder who. I should probably just accept only super high levels, and that'll probably be good enough. I can't really raid lead it is the problem. Yeah, I think we're just gonna lust on pull here. Get out of the middle.
Tacos are done if you're gonna eat.
Okay. I'll probably just wait till I'm done. Does this even do damage? It just reminds me of one of the mechanics that looks like it does damage, but doesn't actually do damage. I put my execution sentence on the wrong target there, so I kind of really screwed myself over. I didn't know exactly what we would skip and what we wouldn't skip. Sabatons. Ooh, I'm ranked 14 now. Transmog. Creed. Transmog.
And now, the final reckoning is at hand. The all-devouring is nearly reborn.
I got a Warbound leather piece for somebody in my warband. Yeah, I really screwed up on that boss. It was still probably within the 6% window, but... We meet again, Dimensius, this time on an easier difficulty. No, he's gonna pull me off the edge. Oh no. Boom. So the Mexons still need to be done, especially in the second and third phase. Odds left, even right. We be left. Let's go. Nice little quick heroic run, though. Oh, we all just died. People didn't pick up the stuff. Or they did and didn't know what to do. Oh yeah, I don't have an add-on telling me anymore. I should try to get the orb on my side. Just to make sure it gets done. Spend an honor reading with you. I'm gonna try to grab this orb here. I'll just stand right on the mob. Okay, we made it. Barely. Somebody got in there too soon, I think. Yeah, we can just push him. I kind of just hope people know to grab like the orbs or whatever, because I don't know where all of them are. I only know like where one or two of them are, and I don't want to do it. I got threat. He just killed me. Tank's offline. Wait, was I not dead? I'm sitting here thinking I was dead, but I guess not. I'm out of my freaking mind. Let's pretend that didn't happen. I literally thought I was dead. We'll just use this. So we want to save the cooldowns for the next part. Oh, too late now. Oh, well, we're all dead. Don't think you guys are going to be able to do it. I mean, be a little bit rough. Especially with one healer, I don't know. It's a valiant effort, but I don't think they're going to make it. They're at 50. But they don't have anything left. They're getting up the other tank. Okay. That means they can stay alive a little longer, maybe. Oh, you guys gotta get over to him. Oh, no. Pulled you through. That should do it. Now we'd be dead. I am infinite. Get her done. That on my screen. Let's go. What is killing people? There's one down there. Somebody's getting it. Okay, there's a tank here. I think there's one on the other side of this rock. We shouldn't really need it. Yeah, there's one over there. Oh, sweet. Well, this is definitely dead now. Big lust. Oh my gosh, his hitbox is so small. I didn't realize that. Edge. Very nice. Transmog. Greed. Come on, Hearthstone. Cosmic Hearthstone. Yeah, 92? Does that win it? Oh, we're tied. I'm tied with the DK. My name's first alphabetically. Who gets it? Oh, he got the tie for some reason. That's crazy. That's insane. Oh, he's played Herald. Herald is probably a little... it's similar to Soul Hunters, probably, for this fight. Alright, that was fun. Nice little heroic grind. Little heroic grind there. We almost finished up our rep too. We'll have to do a little bit next week, and then we'll at least be doing proper damage. Oh. Alright, so that was interesting. Templar probably ahead, but Herald sneaky ahead if there's like random ads to hit and like your dots can sit on stuff for a while. Herald can be sneaky good too for certain things. And it is very close too, it's worth pointing out. Herald and Templar. Next up. Oops. Part of me wants to try to do this Mythic Dimensius run, but at the same time, I'm a little bit Mana Forge Omega out. So I think maybe we play a little bit on the Void Demon Hunter. So I wanted to play that. I set it up a little bit yesterday, but now I want to actually play it. Also, what do we do to get... Can I just log in this character now? So this is my remix character, so I just log in it maybe? And it becomes a regular character? Remix has ended. Your Time Runner characters have been transported to the main timeline. Remix event items have been removed. Oh, so that's what that guy, that DK, he was a remix guy. Adventures Footlocker. Time Runner Parting Pack. The Silver Hand Truth Guard, apparently. What the heck? Everything gets reset? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. I got a whopping 2,000 gold. Wow. All my hard work. Why do I have mail from myself? Alright. Let's test this out. Go to Koresh. Underkeep, Tech Abyss, Sinkhole, Side Street Sluice. Let's do Sluice. This isn't Paladin. Yeah, I want to try out the Void Demon Hunter. I haven't played it yet. I've been waiting to play it. I set it up a little bit yesterday, but let's do like only an 8. Since I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of want to know what it does and like how good it is. Probably have him be tank. Okay. So from what I can guess, generates 10 fury. We press consume. We reap them when there's a lot of souls. Or you can hold on to your... You probably want to get your Void Metamorphosis, actually. This requires fury. Let's feel this out. Oh, it's a cast, okay. So I spam consume. Okay, I don't like that. I don't know what this does. I have this, but I don't know. Oh, I can press my Void Ray. That's what that is. Now I can Void Metamorphosis. Now I can Void Ray again. Okay. I can Void Ray again. I like how often you can Void Ray. Can Void Ray again. I don't know how I feel about it. It's very different from the other Demon Hunter specs. I almost feel like this ability needs to cleave or something. Okay. Let's Void Ray these guys. That's pretty cool. Let's kill this rare spawn. We'll Void Metamorphosis. That lets us do another Void Ray. Another Void Ray. I feel like I don't have quite enough stuff to spend with right now. Collapsing Star, okay. That's the first time I was in combat long enough to use that. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm also probably not in the right spec or whatever. It feels a little bit like Evoker. Well, I can cast this while I'm moving, too. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna miss Bran. There's a bit of gold. Here, let's pull this because we have like this big ability ready. Dang, I'm gonna kill everything too fast. What is the range, anyways? Decent. Don't need the metamorphosis right now. I just keep coming back. It feels a lot like Evoker to me. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just trying to process. Okay. It's Metamorphosis. Oh, I need soul fragments. Okay, so you don't want to use this until you have a bunch of soul fragments down. That way you can just, like, instantly use it, maybe? Is that what I'm picking up here? Now I can use this big old collapsing star. I actually kind of like it, though. I don't know how it would feel like in Raid and Mythic Plus. I think it'd feel good. I can't tell if they were trying to cook too hard with this movement button, though. Like, I don't know. I don't know that we need a placement for this, right? I think the regular Demon Hunter dash might be better. Maybe make it a little bit longer. But, like, I don't know if I like the reticle for this. It's the same as the tank, right? Except for it's, like, instant instead of... I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of reticles, though. Overall. I wonder why I can't see previews for anything. Is it pawn or something breaking it? I bet it is. No, I turned that off. I don't know how big we got back on, but okay. Okay. Hero gear. Overall, I think it's pretty cool, but I think a lot of people's trepidation with it is just because it's new. I don't like the movement thing because it's a reticle, but it's fast like it's the regular Demon Hunter one. You are just standing and casting one spell a lot until you get into your pop-off phase. When you Metamorphosis, then you get to spam your Void Ray a lot more, and then of course you're trying to build up. I'm assuming you're probably supposed to have a bunch of fragments already saved up, and then you use your Collapsing Star. But I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be cool once people get the hang of it. Let's get my mail done. Dude, he looks cool. randomly logged out at Wrath of the Lich King. Oh yeah, I was out here trying to get like ore and stuff. A little bit of gold. Not a lot. Ooh, I want to see this. We're going to read an article here after I check my mail. I want to see the full article. Where do I find that at? Gotta find the original article if I can. Oh, he did 2 different interviews. Okay. Let's pull these up. Ian has a Costas. Alright, so this is the first one. And the first one, they're both about add-ons, so everyone's favorite topic to get mad about. World of Warcraft's add-on changes aren't over. There will doubtless be some loopholes players find. Dubbed the add-on apocalypse by some players. Tuesday's pre-patch for the new Midnight expansion. If he doesn't mention buffing Ret, he's bad. True. Dramatic changes to what information add-ons and mods could read about events and player combat. Streamline and simplification to virtually every character, class, and specialization. New functions within the game's core make a bit of a difference. Those changes aren't over. A mini patch 12.0.1 will arrive in the next month and will continue to improve the core WoW features. Senior game director Ian Hazzikostas told an exclusive wide-ranging interview. And other the other article's over there. And other tweaks will happen as players figure out how to evade the limitations Blizzard placed on their favorite combat add-ons, particularly those that simplify raid combat. We probably should have done it sooner. Hazzikostas chatted for nearly an hour in a broad interview covering the story of role-player developed add-ons from Warcraft's role of player developed add-ons from Warcraft's beginning in 2004 till today. Add-ons have been part of the game since literally day one, since beta, he says. What we started to see 10 years later in Warlords of Draenor was increasingly bespoke add-on solutions that were designed to simplify and solve specific mechanics. Hazzikostas says that the race for World First in Hellfire Citadel Raid in that expansion was determined by one guild having sophisticated add-on authors and the other not. One had a system that drew precise lines on the screen for a boss tactic, while the other didn't. It made all the difference. That was just the beginning, he said, but it wasn't one specific function we could clamp down on. And add-ons have been such a ubiquitous part of the WoW's ecosystem for so long that we just said, okay, I guess this is how it's going to work now. But we've seen this become more and more pervasive as this trickles down. The tools that pickup groups are expected to use and configure. The final straw was a slow but steady drumbeat of player complaints about having to set up increasingly complex third-party tools to succeed in Warcraft's raids. Blizzard developers considered whether this was how they wanted the game to be played, and decided it was worth the complexity of making a major course correction, he says. We've probably let this go farther than we should have, Hazukosis says, but we really just boiled down to a question of, do we want this to be what WoW is forever? We probably should have done something sooner, and it would have been a less jarring transition for the community, but there's no time like the present. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The first lockdown has unexpected results. Stripping away some of those computational add-on functions meant the changes would ripple throughout the game. Most character specializations were almost impossible to play perfectly without external tools, so they needed to be streamlined and redesigned to make more intuitive sense. Raid encounters, which had gradually gotten faster and more complex and at arms rates with add-ons that trivialized them, needed to be slowed down and telegraph more information to players. The work started about 18 months ago, and the WoW development team threw open the doors to Midnight's alpha tests this fall, as Acosta said. This is probably one of the largest alphas we're going to have, he says. We knew that we really need to get a very broad cohort of players who are using all the different add-ons. At first, the team cut off virtually all information about real-time combat from add-on developers. Their goal was to make it impossible to create tools that would solve boss mechanics and player coordination tests, while still preserving those add-ons and mods that merely changed how the game's information looked for players. It didn't go well. That was nothing we ever intended to break. One of the big things we heard, both from players and add-on developers, was an unexpected breadth of add-ons that no longer seemed to be able to function, he says. I was surprised, and I learned a lot about exactly how many of our add-ons are written in the first few weeks of alpha. Tools that reskin players' UI or made it easier to use controllers or mobile devices were dead. Popular non-combat mods like LVY and Bartender broke. Accessibility tools were suffering. That was nothing we ever intended to break, he says. We realized pretty quickly that a ton of these add-ons were written in ways that relied on many of the functions that we had now restricted. Making a player or enemy's UI frame look different might just involve reskinning default Blizzard frames or building an entirely new one from scratch out of combat information, depending on the developer involved, he says. So Blizzard's UI's engineering team fanned out to developer Discord server and to speak with popular mod and library authors directly. Some of that work was collecting input and feedback. Some of it was education, helping authors to, ironically, figure out how to work around the constraints. Ironically, because they're trying to put these constraints in. They're like, well, we'll try to help you work around them. As a result, Blizzard also made big changes both to the core UI tool developers were building into the game and the access that add-ons could have. They also limited the most severe restrictions to competitive instance combat, dungeons, raids, and PvP instances, and attempted to lighten constraints to the open world wherever they could. The balance of inconvenience and collateral damage relative to competitive integrity is very, very difficult, Hazukosis says. Allowing add-ons to listen in on chat channels and send background messages means a competitive advantage in raids, but it's also crucial to allowing some open-world role-playing add-ons to function, he notes. The team is happy where the balance stands now, but they're keeping a sharp eye on what players and developers are doing with the freedom, he says. He used the example of a recent workaround that was scheduled to be broken, an add-on that took the puzzle of which enemy players should interrupt in a raid fight and literally posted numbers above their heads with the correct sequence. In that case, the solution may be to randomize which enemy will need interrupting next, making it more difficult for the add-on to predict, he says. I see discussion in the community effect of Blizzard's backtracking on this, Blizzard's walking back their plans. This was always the intent, to swing the pendulum to the other end then creep it back in a measured way, Hazukosis says. Our goal was to never stamp out the add-on ecosystem. It was to move away from it being something that feels like a required competitive aspect of the game. Wow. That's kind of a dunk on all the super add-on Andes. They're like, oh, they're walking everything back. Apparently this is just exactly what they were planning to do. I believe him because Ian doesn't normally lie. He tells the truth even when it's kind of dumb. Now, you could say he's lied about maybe like a specific change or something, maybe. He's expecting to see more rapid and more unexpected changes to encounters as a result, along the lines of the example given above. While fights should still take the same amount of time and be the same difficulty from group to group, attempt to attempt, They should be more dynamic and variable timing and targeting, he says. Developers are working with the goal to keep that variance controlled so that the groups aren't just randomly wiping to bad combinations due to RNG, frustrating or unfair outcomes, he says. Tuning knobs that they can turn for difficulty include how many players are asked to participate in a mechanic, how many mobs spawn, how many times you have to complete a task, how punitive it is when you fail, and where things show up in the room. A happy side effect might be early Mythic Raid bosses that are more approachable for mid-range guilds, he says, though the end bosses on Mythic difficulty should still be a very healthy challenge for everyone. Yeah, you don't be a game director without thorough planning. I agree. Happy side effect. Oh, I already read that. The team will make more changes, he warns. Players are numerous and creative, and there'll doubtless be loopholes, some workarounds, some clever solutions. We'll make adjustments to both encounters and to the add-on API as needed to close to real time to keep things fair and keep things fun. The yardstick will be the impact on players. If a tool circumvents the designer's intent in a raid or dungeon fight, when those begin in earnest come March, but doesn't feel too frustrating to use, Blizzard will likely just note it and adjust accordingly for the next tier of competitive content. If the player workaround feels both required and frustrating, we're going to take action quickly. But also more features. On the flip side, the team has continued to improve the built-in tools that replace some core combat add-on functions, including more customizable player and enemy frames, damage meters, and cooldown management, he says. Cooldown Manager will allow visual alerts, sound alerts, when an ability comes off cooldown or gains a use charge. Add-ons will be further able to customize the visual display or suppress the display of particular mechanics. The damage meter will include more categories and sorting options. Many tweaks were in this patch 12.0, while others will be a part of a mini patch 12.0.1 in the next month. Some including the ability to mark right in the game's dungeon journal whether you want to be notified. Ooh, I like that. About a mechanic will come in future updates. We recognize there's areas where customization would be appreciated, and those are things that are roadmap ahead. We don't view this as one and done. We've gotten to a baseline experience and feel good about. There's always room for improvement. Okay, so I really like the idea of that. So it says that you can go into the dungeon journal, like the raid journal, let's say, right? You go to the raid journal, you go to Nexus King Saladar, you look at his abilities, and whatever. Let's say you want banishment. I don't even know, right? I don't know what abilities are reported on here. But you want, or you want dimensional breath for some reason. You can get alerted to it by like selecting a thing on it. That'd be really cool. So you could literally go through and be like, I want this mechanic, I want this mechanic. Don't want any of the tank mechanics, you know. The tank stuff is an option too, or like your role is an option already, but in the actual options. But why do I have friendly name? Oh, I have all names on, I think. Like a tank buster, get a warning to sack the tank. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to think about it, Fuzzy. I want to check out. So supposedly there's another interview. So I don't know if it's just the same interview, but they did 2 articles. But let's see. Wait, is this the same article? Yeah, this is the same article. Never mind. They have it listed as 2 articles. Oh, this one has like pictures and stuff, I think. No, the other one had pictures too. I don't know why WoW had 2 articles, but so that was really interesting though. It was really insightful that they were always planning on having the add-ons be tuned super far and then slowly bring it back, and that their strategy is going to be when the raid comes out or when the dungeons come out, if an add-on is required to kill the boss, like, and everybody's downloading it and it's like annoying, then they're going to kill it right away, which is awesome. Which means they might even like kill it during the race world first, which would be hilarious if they just kill somebody's add-on during the race world first. That would be awesome if they do that. And if the add-on is like super easy, like you just download this add-on and it's, I guess he also said there's another stipulation. It cannot be solving a mechanic in the way it's not supposed to be done. So you can't be like skipping a mechanic essentially. So you still have to do the mechanic even if the add-on's helping you do it. So if all those things are true, you're still doing the mechanic correctly. The add-on's not mandatory even if it makes it easier, and it's not a frustrating add-on to like update and stuff, then they'll let the add-on stay until the next tier, where they will make that type of add-on not be feasible or whatever. So I mean, I think that's a pretty good way to do it. I wouldn't mind if they just got rid of any add-on that like kind of broke a fight or broke a dungeon or whatever, like right away, even if it wasn't frustrating. Because to me, getting any add-on is frustrating. But I guess the idea is in a PUG group, even if you didn't have it, I guess, oh, it said mandatory. So that means it can't be something that everyone in the group has to have. So it has to be something that you can do even if everyone in the group doesn't have the add-on. And if it's not, they'll have to kill it. Because that means that it's required. So I kind of like that. That means if I truly don't want to, I don't have to download the add-on. And because if someone says nope, it's required, I'll just scream to Blizzard and hopefully they hear me and they remove the add-on because it's required now. Something like that. So I need to turn off. No, this is fine. I don't like the way this looks though. The nameplates. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good ethos as well, Fuzzy. So overall, I'm really happy with that interview. Also, I was getting like whatever, like black pilled or something by the super add-on people, like the super duper add-on people that are very vocal about it, because they kept saying, Blizzard caved. We told you they're gonna cave, but they didn't cave. It's never gonna go back to the way it was, and I'm happy to hear that. Like, because I was worried. If I'm being completely honest, I was a little worried that we might go back very close to where we were. Like, basically everything other than WeakOris. And I was very worried about that. So, hopefully, that doesn't happen. It doesn't sound like it's going to happen now after going through that. But hopefully it doesn't. I wonder... There's one other thing that could be cool. Yeah, they do normally stick to their guns for better or worse. Full run. Learning. Yeah, even for the worst, they usually do. That's right. I don't know if I want to do that. What do I actually need to do? I do want to go finish this off. Let's finish off my weekly crap so I don't have to worry about it anymore. The crazy thing is that's such a good interview. I'd love to do a video on that interview, but I can't because the add-on debate is so toxic that it would just not go well. Oh, that's interesting. You can't even do it on normal? So you cannot do Pit of Saran, Algathar Academy, and Seed of Triumvirate until Midnight Season 1? I gotta check that out. If you can't even do it on normal difficulty, that's kind of crazy. That is one thing I've done before, is when a dungeon returns, I've gone and ran it to kind of like try to remember like tricks to that dungeon. But if they're all closed, that's kind of crazy. Let's do one more world quest, I think. Yeah. Let's do one more and then I'm gonna go check to see if those dungeons are even closed on normal. I get closing on Mythic, maybe. Maybe. I don't even really get that, because it's still Mythic Plus that you're defending against. We'll do this one, and then I'm gonna go Algathar, Pit of Saran, and Sea of the Triumvirate. Looks like Rebel. It isn't. Let's go to this one. I gotta figure out. I need to turn that off. These friendly nameplates. Nameplates. My name, NPC names, all NPCs. That's what I normally do. Maybe just none? No, but then the names I want on there though. Nameplates. Always show nameplates. Friendly player. Friendly NPC. Ah, right there. That's the annoying thing. Now I can see my screen again. Alright, Algathar Academy. Pit of Saran, that's in Wrath. And Algathar Academy, Pit of Saran, what was the other one? Sea of Triumvirate Legion. I want to see about not being able to go in these dungeons. I think it's interesting that the portals they decided to put in the back room. So this is Dornegal, Veldraken. They didn't put Oribos back there. They put Borealis back there though, which I think is lame. Instead of Oribos. They also put, I think, the Legion portal back there too. Alright, let's go to Veldraken first. See if I cannot get into dungeon. Good old Dragonflight. Dude, Dragonflight was so good. It really was. I love the Earthen and I love Dornegal, but I think I like Dragonflight overall better. It just looks so cool too. Dragonflight was all about being in the sky, whereas the War Within was about being underground. Alright, can we not go in here? Oh, dungeon is not currently available on normal difficulty. Wow. Heroic? Dungeon's not currently available on heroic difficulty. Then obviously mythic. Yeah, the verticality was awesome. So yeah, you cannot zone in Tag with Our Academy. They should put like a tape, like a construction tape or whatever, and cones in front of it. That'd be funny. You could not go in there, and then you can't go in Pit of Saran or See the Triumvirate. Nobody wants to unsee a Triumvirate. That's kind of crazy. There are so many times in Dragonflight I would just sit like on one of these posts here and just look out. Obviously not when the sky was like this, but like how beautiful it was. This place was awesome, man. I would make a lot of my This Week in WoW videos on top of this thing. Dragonflight was awesome. Rat Paladin got a rework and we're strong for 1 week. I had such a good time in Dragonflight, man. Never forget. Yeah, I'm just gonna live here. I don't care about the new zone. I'm gonna stay here in Valdrakken. There's people that do that. There's people still in Oribos. Like, everybody has their expansions that they like. There's people that just sit in Oribos still. Because they like Shadowlands. Dalaran's obviously the biggest one. I guess we go finish those things up. I also just didn't really like this loading screen either. I would like it more if they were more in the story, like Anduin and Thrall, but they weren't, so. Can you guess who? Do you have a clue? Another thing I kind of want to do is I need to finish up this. I need 2 more crackling shards to get that blue bird that flies around the top of this mountain. So I kind of just need to kill mobs in this zone at some point. I really love this zone, but the other ones, I liked Hollowfall too. Hollowfall was fine, but I really liked this zone. This one felt very old Warcraft. World of Warcraft, at least. The big gem in Hollowfall, yeah, that's obviously the highlight of it. Journeys. I don't know if I like this either. Delve Season 3. I don't know if I like this. I kind of like just going to the little button there, but I got the glitch. The spin forever glitch. Aw. Don't care about that. Did I go past where I wanted? If you're wondering, like, why is he doing this crap? It's just because you can get a lot of gold from randomly from these weekly quests. It's like RNG on how much gold you get. Yo, I came back to War Within, only played some weeks here and there. I unlocked the cloak from Crash. Would you recommend do the question mark? I tried to do some Manforge Rage, but had to hard to get a spot. What would I recommend you to do? Well, so you clearly probably like raids since that's what you tried to do first. If you need gear, like if the first thing you're trying to do is get a little bit of gear, maybe to get into the raids, then you should probably try out the delves. So if you're somehow already past that gear of delves, then I guess you'd have to go into Mythic Plus. Venox. So delves, there are if you, I don't know how much you played. You said you came in and out, but delves are these things on your map here, like Earthcrawl Mines, and you can get some basic gear in there. It's like a whole system to do to like learn every little bit about it. But you can get some basic gear in there. I know they were letting people into the heroic raid earlier that I was doing at like only like 110 item level. So you don't have to get too far up to get into a raid. Like, yes, maybe not mythic, but you got the cloak from Crush, though. I mean, that's good. But I would maybe just aim to get to like 110, 120 item level, and then maybe try to, if you really want to get into the raids, maybe try to apply for the raids again then, if you're not already at that level. One more rare. $113 right now. I don't know if it's good or not. I used to be a huge WoW player, but skipped last 3 expects. I'm kind of lost with many. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff to do. So 113, you're kind of at like the minimum level that they're probably going to take you to a raid. So you're definitely not going to be like someone's first choice or whatever. But you might be able to get in at 113. Let me go, after I turn this in, I'll fly to a delve and see what the, what level of gear you get from those now. Doing these weekly quests give you veteran gear as well, which you could technically upgrade. You'll want to be looking for stuff. So there's so many systems, there's so many activities. You're 100% right. When you scroll over the gear, it'll say upgrade level, and then like this says upgrade level veteran 1 of 8. If you can start getting stuff on the champion track, that's going to be really good for you at where you're at. Let's go over to the delve and see what you get for that. There's lots of stuff to do though. Just doing open world stuff, it's going to get you to like, if you max it out, like by upgrading it, open world stuff's going to get you to like 120 without having to do anything. Like just playing in the world. It takes time to do that though, because there's not always activities to do. So what does this give you? What level gear? Oh, never mind. The regular delves are not going to give you what you need. So don't... Never mind on the delve idea. So to do the delve, if you wanted to do delves, you'd have to get these things, these keys. These are stored coffer keys, and then you'd have to do the delves that are lit up. That would give you upgrades on your gear. Let me find one that's lit up. Like here, Tekran Abyss. But that might be too complicated if you're like just getting back into WoW. So your best bet is to probably try to do like low end Mythic Plus that still give you upgrades on your gear. Or just try to get into the raid. Or even do LFR. What's LFR give? LFR probably gives similar gear to what you're in. Raids, Mana Forge, Loot, LFR. Veteran track. What about the last boss? Is that champion? No, veteran still. So it's gonna be a little bit better than what you have though. So even the raid finder might give you some upgrades, man. So you have a lot of choices to get some upgrades. Low end Mythic Plus, veteran, or LFR. You could maybe try to do the normal raid. See if there's any normal raids going on. Try to get one of those, but I always like I like trying to help people that come back to the game because there's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of it's fun though. You just have to kind of like find your niche or whatever. Like I think the delves are fun, but you have to learn about the keys and how they all work. But the delves are fun. The raid's fun. I just did the heroic raid earlier here on stream. I tried to do the Mythic last boss as well, but my group didn't kill it. But the raids are obviously fun. Mythic Plus is its own thing. If you don't like Mythic Plus, that's fine. If you do, I might get in there. Mythic Plus might be the most approachable and easy thing. Because it's just you go in the dungeon, kill stuff fast, finish dungeon, get rewards. You don't need like a special coffer key shards or whatever for delves. Yeah, I love help people that come back to the game any way I can. Because I truly believe the game's in a really good spot right now. and it's hard if you've quit for a long time to come back, and it's a much different game now. It's less punishing but more complex at the same time. So it can be a little bit tricky for people. Well, that's the other thing too. I was gonna check out my DK. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or something. I seem to find something to do here for this. Something interesting would be nice. Galley skip? No fight. This probably isn't going to fill up fast enough, would be my guess, but... we can see if it fills up. I doubt it, though. I would like to get that mount, but... if you don't know what to do or skip, you're going to follow quest lines for weeks. Yeah, that's true, Venox. Yeah, you just... Like delves are a really good... that's what I do on my alts, okay? So, I'll explain delves really quick, even if you don't want to do them. So, you need these restored coffer keys, okay? You can either get them from these shards. Like, I have 130 of these in my bag. You get the shards from just doing stuff. So, like, doing weekly activities in the open world. Some world quests will just straight reward you the shards. And then you get these keys. The keys are for the bountiful delves. They're the lit up ones. And then when you do a bountiful delve, you get a lot better loot. And the reason why that exists, like why all that complexness or whatever for it, complexity, it's because it's like a limit, so you can't just like get fully geared in 1 week, basically. Like max, so you don't finish your gearing in 1 week if you had enough keys to do so. So it is kind of like time gating, I guess. But so you take the keys into those delves. At the end, you'll be able to open a special chest. The special chest will get you better gear. Then you'll get better gear in your vault on Tuesday or whatever when you open up your vault. And that's how delves work. You can basically get full hero track by doing delves on the hardest level, of course, or at least +8. You can get full hero gear, which is equivalent to heroic grade. So you can get basically heroic geared by doing delves by yourself. So that's probably a good place to start for a returning player, but you just have to like teach yourself the system, essentially, and how it works and stuff. But it's definitely not the most challenging content. You said you like the raids probably, so it might not be the most challenging content, but it can at least get you gear enough to go into the raids and feel confident. Other than that, you're just trying to queue into Mythic Plus and farm everything up that way. And if you don't know, there's like an upgrade vendor in here too. So the more stuff you do, you'll get these Valor Stones. They're getting rid of those at midnight. But you can upgrade gear in here to higher item level. So like I can upgrade my shield. And the reason why mine is green and has 0 cost is because I've already upgraded items in that slot before. So even your lower level gear you can upgrade with these Valor Stones here in the War Within. I'm trying to join this group for Mythic Galley, but I don't think it's going to fill up fast enough, unfortunately. The mount is cool, and it's called the Big G. And my son's name, my older son, his name's Guile, and we call him Big G because he's gigantic. He's 97th percentile height and 100 percentile weight. And we call him Big G. Oh, also, Venox, if you're still there, someone just said something in the chat in game. The event, the pre-patch event next week on Tuesday, it's going to take place mostly here in the Twilight Highlands from Kata, and that will give you champion gear. So that'll get you up into the 120s. That's my dad's nickname. Here's a question for you on the One Button Madness. Okay, MDS, hit me with your question. If it isn't in the list for spells on the one button, I assume I won't need it on my bar other than utilities. Right. So if it's not in the list, so like you'll want to have like your like if you're playing Avenging Wrath, you'll want to, or if you're not playing Radiant Glory, essentially, you'll want to have that on your bar so you can actually press it. And then also for Rhett, thanks to Tom Greenwood for subscribing, by the way. For Rhett, Templar works a lot better with the one button than Herald does. I think Templar is like a 12% DPS loss and Herald's a 20% DPS loss on the one button. I think it's because Herald has too much going on. Like too many things are proccing, like Divine Purposes and stuff, and it doesn't do everything in the right order. Because you would think with all of Herald's passive damage that Herald might be better, but there's just too much going on, I feel like. I'm going to check normal hero upgrades, Mythic Plus, and do weekly and map delves while waiting then. Yeah, Venox. And then when that champion gear comes out next week, that'll be a really good start for you. Champion is like, if you're in champion gear, they will accept you into heroic grade, right? You're going to be high enough item level. You're going to be in the 120s, whatever, and they'll take you into heroic grade at that point. So that's probably the best bet. And that'll be the easiest way to get gear. But if you want to do stuff while you wait for next week, then you can try to get probably if you can get into heroic, get into heroic. But normal raid, heroic raid, and low mythic plus, and then everything else we talked about. Just to get you to Tuesday. That'll get you some easy gear. I really don't think this group's going to fill, sadly. That'd be awesome if it would have. If it fills, I'll go, even if it's time to be done. I'll still go because I really want to get this mount. But that's something else I can be doing though too that I forget about. It's like, oh, you can go do Galley because it's super easy now. And then next week I need to try Mythic Dimensions. If I don't put together a group with this lockout, if I can steal it. Most of the people in that group wouldn't have stole it, but the actual people who owned it might try to finish it. But most of the pugs probably wouldn't. They all just left really quick without saying anything. They're because everyone's like, you can steal the lockout if you want, and everyone just left really quick. So I don't think they're gonna do anything with it. We got Resto Pally in here. Dang, Firelands Andy. Nah, he's not in a full set or anything, but or is he in full Cruel Gladiators? Oh, he is. He's in Cruel Gladiators. Well, we got 2 healers. That's probably enough right there. We just need probably 1 tank. And then a bunch of DPS, but not even DPS or oh, there's some DPS signing out. 145, 164. I'd take him. He's probably unholy. I'd take him in a heartbeat. Yeah. Literally will burn these bosses down in an instant. Just take a bunch of unholy Death Knights. I would be super hyped if I somehow got them out. But I might try to do this again tomorrow if we don't get through this group, because I really want this mount. I should be trying it every week. There's only a few weeks left. Oh, never mind. Unholy DK just got nerfed. No. There goes our plan. These are just data mine though, so they might not be pushed yet. All right, let's pull these up. Unholy DKs, Spec Aura, Ice Fury increased to 100%, pet damage reduced by 50%, epidemic damage reduced by 25, clawing shadows reduces damage by 15, infected claws damage reduced by 50, morbidity now increases damage taken, putrefied damage reduced by 30, raise a bomb damage taken by enemies by 10, it was 20. Scourge Strike damage reduced by 30. Death Coil reduced by 30. Damage reduced by 50 on Sweeping Claws. A lot of stuff just got hit for 50 and 30% damage reduction. And just literally damage taken by enemies from 20 to 10%. It's going to be a big nerf too. Let's hurry up and run this before they push those hot fixes, guys. Tricky to know if a piece is better than mine with these upgrade levels on gear now. I'm not sure how to evaluate them. Well, ultimately, I probably wouldn't waste your Valor Stones for the most part on veteran gear. Since you're new coming back, I would focus on champion gear. Get as much champion gear as you can and start upgrading that. Once you start getting your first hero piece, now that's going to be like your crown jewel, probably, right? Realistically, before midnight comes out, hero's probably the highest you're going to get. You get a hero piece, that's your crown jewel. You want to put everything you can into that. Valor Stones, Crest. And then like every time, so if I had like a piece of hero gear, then I wouldn't worry about anything that wasn't at least champion. Once I had a bunch of hero gear, then I would only worry about hero gear. So I would just go by what it says on the gear at the top, the upgrade level. Don't worry too much about veteran unless that's all you have. Then go ahead. But once you get champion, start focusing on powering up that champion gear. This raid was kind of filling up. We paused a little bit here. Can we get 7 more people? And do any of them have any idea what they're doing? We have to do the first boss. That's going to be the hardest boss because you actually have to do mechanics. I believe those nerfs are going to be going into pre-patch Dukes. Like at any moment. Based on the way WoW had worded it, they are a hot fix. That might not be live yet, but it's going to be live. So whether they push that at the end of the day today, which for them is in a couple hours, or if they push it tomorrow, those are going to be some pretty big nerfs. You'll probably still be strong, but... Do you get hero from 5 time walking? You at least get champion from it, MDS. I know that. Let me see. I don't know if it shows or not. Oh, you do! There you go, Venox. You might want to do this time walking quest here. What's that vendor, champion, etc.? I only see things like explorer, veteran. Okay, so explorer is the lowest. Champion is going to be something you want to get your hands on. But right here, if you look at the screen, complete 5 time walking dungeons from this person by the inn, this blue quest, and you get a heroic piece. So you're going to get a hero piece, which is it's going to be by far your strongest item if you do this. That's pretty awesome. That used to be only champion, I think. Like I just left the raid group for some reason. Yeah, but you see Explorer Veteran because you're just at a lower item level. Explorer, I wouldn't worry about upgrading. Veteran, you could upgrade a little bit. Champion, you probably do want to upgrade, but if you can get that hero piece by doing some time walking, that would be really good for you. Good call on that, MDS. I didn't even know they changed that. I don't think it was hero all expansion. Maybe it was. I feel like an elitist if it is, because... No, because I probably would have done it on my all, maybe. I don't think these guys are going to put together a group here. Does TSM still work? Yeah. Please use the time, go fill and watch the guide. Alright, anything worth to do that could be useful when midnight release. Some specific things that would carry over the next spec and still be relevant. So unfortunately, that's not the way the game works anymore. Nothing's going to be relevant after you level up at midnight. So if you look at my gear, right? I'll even put on like my better trinket here. I'm 168 item level. When I get to max level, I will probably have replaced almost every single thing that I'm wearing. Not quite. Like, I might not ever get a... I probably will get a better weapon. But, like, things that have, like, special abilities on it, maybe I don't replace those. Or, like, stuff that's enchanted and stuff, right? Because I don't want to enchant the new gear. But you're going to replace everything. Nothing will be relevant, especially for you, when you get into midnight. So if you don't want to bother, you don't have to bother. It's kind of like Burning Crusade even, though. So, like, when Burning Crusade came out, unless you were, like, in Nax gear, in Classic and Vanilla, unless you were, like, in really good gear, you just replaced your raid gear with questing gear. And that'll be the same thing here at midnight. Unless you're in the very best gear, it will not even make it to max level. So if you don't want to bother, then don't bother. Or maybe just do the pre-patch event on Tuesday and next week when it comes out and have fun with it and get some gear. It makes leveling up easier, of course, right? Like that first couple levels before you can get the midnight questing gear equipped. Like it'll make leveling easier to have better gear. You rate a car in your tier 3 next. Yeah, the next gear is like definitely an exception to that. But if you were like a somewhat casual or whatever in vanilla, then you were probably replacing a lot of your gear in Hellfire Peninsula. I know I did. With my crappy gear. That's actually one thing I like about Wrath, is that Wrath, you don't have that. Like, people in their Black Temple gear, you weren't raiding in Wrath with your Black Temple gear. So, like, everyone's more on the same footing. Whereas, like, on my mage, if I raid Kara, if there is people in Nax gear, they're probably going to do more damage than me. Let's get this group fills up real quick, and no tanks or anybody's throwing it. That tells me that most guilds must give them out to their tanks, because no tanks are signing up for this. I could just tank this in theory, though, too. I kind of know what to do. I don't know exactly what to do, though. But it definitely ain't gonna happen today. We'll just leave now. At this point, it would be freaking bedtime before we got to Gallowix, so. That is something we can maybe do tomorrow, though. I love this mount. Aero unit R21X. I'm not too sure what we're going to do tomorrow for sure. I might try to do this Gallywix thing, though. That might be, like, #1 priority for me. Try to get the Gallywix mount. I don't really want to try to put together a Dementius thing by myself since I don't know exactly what I'm doing. But maybe we'd do that. But we're kind of running out of things to do here on retail. Because I don't really feel like spamming keys or anything. I can see if there's any like achievements and stuff I need to get still. But I finished off my Gear Grinder achievement as well. So there's not a ton I need to do here. I can see if there's any like prep for midnight I need to do. But we'll see for sure. But we might be back on TBC anniversary sooner than later. And then on Tuesday, go back here to retail to do the actual event. Probably do it on ults and get some gear as well. And at least there's something to do, right? Something to do in the quest line, and all that was really active with this was just the changes and the Void Demon Hunter thing on the first week, unfortunately. Which again, for a lot of people, that's a lot, right? For if you're not on the beta or PTR, then this is like, holy crap, everything's different. All my talents are different. You know, the way my class plays is different. All my buttons are gone. You're looking up guys. You're trying to figure it out. You know, I always think that when I see people who complain about stuff who play like 16 hours, like I don't play 16 hours a day. Some of you have added me on Battle.net, you see that I do not play 16 hours a day. I hardly play at all, compared to some people. And so, I always say to people like that, it's like, you got to remember, to someone who just plays a couple hours a day or a few hours a week, some of this stuff is not stale already. It's like, yeah, I've already been on beta, and I've done tens of Mythic Plus dungeons on beta with this spec. You know, I played on PTR and did testing on the spec. Of course, it's not new to me. Well, that doesn't mean it's not new to everybody else. Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure what we'll do tomorrow, but we'll figure it out as we go. I might just start with the Gallywix thing though. That would be that would make me so happy because I don't care personally as much about the Dementius mount as I do the Gallywix mount, just simply because it's the big G mount. My kids will be super excited if I get it. It'd be really cool. So I'll probably call him in here too. He'll probably be too shy to get excited, but yeah. So we'll do that tomorrow, and if we get too bored, like these last like 15 minutes I've been here on retail flying around, if we get too bored, we'll switch over to TBC Anniversary just so I can have some fun, you know. But those tacos are calling my name in the other room, so we might as well end here since there's literally nothing to do. Shout out to the chatters today. We got Dukes, Oliver, Mike, PD, Tron, Venox. Nice to meet you, Venox. Mario, of course. Big MDS, and of course Fuzzy as well. And gosh, I already forget his name, but the guy from the raid that is a viewer. It was nice to meet you today as well too. So we'll be back tomorrow, same time. We'll start off on retail, and we might finish in TBC Anniversary, just to forewarn you. But we'll start here and see where everything takes us. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks as always for the support. You guys are awesome, and yeah, I appreciate it. See you guys.